this is Brad Marcus from Pro Wrestling Junkies, and today I have the opportunity to speak with Mega Chris Jones, who's wrestled all over the country. In fact, he was a two-time PWF Junior Heavyweight Champion, and he held the D1 PW Cruiserweight Championship for 553 days. You'll be able to see Chris on October the 3rd, wrestling for Chicagoland Championship Wrestling, where he'll be taking on Rockstar Johnny Nye. Without further ado, Mega Chris Jones. Hey, Chris.
Hey, what's up?
How you doing today?
I'm doing good. You?
Pretty good. Have you been able to wrestle during the pandemic?
I have not. No. My first booking is October 3rd.
Yeah, for CCW?
Yeah.
Right. So I want to talk about what's coming up in the business, and I'll keep it brief. But so we can either jump into when wrestling first came on your radar now, or I can ask you one of the 5 random questions I was going to ask you at the beginning. So we can either do one of those now or jump right into the wrestling.
We can start with questions.
Okay, I'll give you just one question.
Okay.
Have you ever eaten horse?
Oh, sorry, excuse me?
Have you ever eaten horse meat?
No.
Okay, let's get into the wrestling. So when did wrestling first come onto your radar?
Honestly, like as early as I can remember. I can remember like back in the early 90s, like renting like Coliseum videos from Video Store.
Yeah, I used to do the same. And like, was there a point where you said, oh, you know what, I think I can do this?
Yes. I got into tape trading in the early mid-2000s.
Okay.
And I watched the match between Mitsuharu Misawa and Toshiaki Kawada in All Japan from June 3rd, 94. And like the match was really good, it was amazing, but the highlight, like the slow motion highlights after, made it look like poetry in motion. So it's like I really want to, replicate that.
Yeah. So what do you do when you realize that? What's the first thing you do? To say, I want to get into this business.
I waited a few years. I flew myself over to Japan in 2011 and turned the 01 Dojo. And then I came back in America to finish up my training and had my first match in summer of 2012.
And you know how like you hear like when a wrestler's first match, they say we're sending you out there and just listen to your opponent. Is that really what happens? Like you don't know what to expect?
Yeah, pretty much. It caught me by surprise. I didn't even know I was going to have a match that night, and they just told me, hey, you're going to have your first match tonight.
Did you have ring gear at that point? Like, picked out?
Yeah, that was all. I ordered that like well in advance to be ready for it because I never knew. I knew something like that could possibly happen, so I always had it.
Do you go to like the same? Is there like a popular place that people go to get their ring gear?
I've gotten mine from eLucha. I've gotten them from like independent gear makers. I've just gotten mine from like different sources.
Okay. What's the most expensive piece of gear you have?
Let's see. I got kick pads that were probably like $140.
Okay. So
probably that. Yeah.
At what point do you like start thinking about your character? So you're training. Are you starting to think about that at that point?
Honestly, no. Like it's really hard to like. That's like the most difficult part to me, to just find myself. Like it's the hardest part of it for me.
Yeah, I imagine. And how do you get noticed and like asked to be on a card, or do you have to seek out shows and ask to be on the card?
Let's see. I didn't get out of this. Like I started wrestling in Tennessee in 2012, and I didn't really start like traveling until 2014 when I started like meeting more people and making more connections. So I started getting to like carloads of different states and promotions and stuff.
And to you, what's paying dues? And have you had to do that, or are you still doing that?
I don't think you ever stop paying your dues. it's just a never-ending process in my opinion. Even like people who are considered legends do things like, you know, things that are considered paying your dues.
Yeah. And it has at any point, did that ever make you like say, maybe this isn't for me? Or did that didn't deter you, like doing like the hard stuff early on?
Oh, never, no.
And this will kind of be like my last question. In a show, how much input do you have on like the finish, or like if you want to partner with someone? How much input do you have in, as you know, as the talent?
It really depends on the promoter, the booker, and all of that. Like some places are very flexible, and then other places it's like you have to do it this way, or like you have no like input whatsoever.
Yeah, like so they're saying this is it, or you know, hit the road.
Oh, sorry, excuse me, what?
So it's like this is the way, this is how we're gonna finish it. Tough, if you know you're not happy with that. Tough.
Oh, you were breaking up. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. So,
yeah.
So I want to. So if they tell you, the promoter says this is what the finish is going to be like, you just have to. That's what you have to do. There's no like, you know, debate over that.
Sometimes like you can, I mean, it, like I said, it depends on who it is, but some will be very flexible and say, hey, this might be a better idea to, you know, things might make more sense this way, or you know whatnot.
And do you like the direction the business is going in? Like, do you still get like excited for when you're going to perform?
Oh, yes. I believe that independent wrestling is in a much better place than it was 10, 20 years ago, especially. It's hitting another boom period.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can.
Okay, we're good. All right, I'm to finish this out for you. I don't want to keep you. And I really appreciate your time. I'm just going to ask you now. It's going to be 4 random questions. So you're on an island. You can bring one person, one piece of music, a book, and one piece of food. And you can't bring 2 people and say you're going to eat one of them as your food.
You said bring 2 people or
you
one?
You can bring one person, one piece of music and a book, and one piece of food. And I said, okay, go on.
Okay, so let's see. And they can be living or dead, right?
Sure.
Anyone?
Sure. Anyone that you can
Okay, well, I would pick Jimbo Tsuruta.
Okay.
He is my idol. Food, I would say hibachi.
Okay.
And music, probably The Clash.
Nice. Take my wife to the island as well. She likes The Clash, and that would save me a lot of trouble. Okay, and what one food?
Food?
Yeah, you're gonna have to eat forever. Just one thing.
Hibachi.
Okay, good. Okay, Vegas. You go with your significant other, or you go with your friends?
I don't know. I guess it just depends on the situation. I don't know how to really answer that.
Okay. You have the WWE Network.
Yes.
Okay. And my last question is, would you ever participate in a match where it's thumbtacks?
I would, yeah.
You would, okay. All right. Well, Chris, thank you so much. Again, you guys can see Mega Chris Jones perform on October 3rd for Chicagoland Championship Wrestling for their debut TV taping, Saturday Night Grapple Masters, and he'll be going up against Rockstar Johnny Nye. And Chris, I'd love to have you on again closer to the time to talk about the event.
Well, this will be my first time in Chicago in a year and a half, I believe. So I'm looking real forward to returning. Great. and working in Chicagoland.
Yeah, I know John Bullard's really he's putting together something special.
Oh yeah, I'm really excited. It's going to be like nothing you've seen, I believe, in the independent scene. It's very different.
Yeah, and it must be nice knowing you're getting TV time.
Oh, absolutely.
That's great. All right, Chris. Well, I'd love to talk to you again closer to the TV taping, and hope you stay well and stay healthy and safe. And hopefully we'll talk again soon.
All absolutely. Right. You too.
Thanks.
You have a great day.
You do the same. Mega Chris Jones, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.